Good morning, guten Morgen, magandang umaga, konnichiwa, bonjour. So I didn't do a video last week because I was extremely busy. My boss called out on 2 days because he had a cold, a man cold. It's like, oh, boo-hoo. Men I think are funny when they're not feeling good. And then I had a construction clean on Tuesday, which I don't have those very often, but I know a guy here in town who builds new houses, and once in a while he asks for me to help out and clean. And construction clean is brutal. You know, construction dust on everything and wiping it down, it's not easy. You have to wash the floors by hand because, again, it's the construction dust kind of embeds itself on the surface. So it's yeah, it's not great. Anyhow, in this video I'd like to talk about being in your own prison. I'd like you to imagine a small cell around you, very small, and that cell, the bars, let's just say the steel bars of this cell, every bar is something that's holding you a slave or imprisoning you. Like, one bar is your ego. Your ego is not your friend. Or another bar is arrogance, where if you think you know all the answers already, that nobody can tell you differently. And another bar is pride. And all these things, this reinforced steel bars, is keeping you from learning or from being able to be open to knowledge. That, think of Jesus Christ has that key, but he cannot hand you that key until you're able to see the prison that you're in, to understand that you are your worst enemy. Again, those steel reinforced bars, every single one, you have to acknowledge and recognize what is holding you back. You have to face it. You have to place a mirror, figuratively a mirror, up to your face and face who you really are and the truth about the kind of life that you are living, and not making excuses anymore. So until you're ready to humble yourself and admit how sinful and participating in evil things, because this whole beast system, this whole world, the harlot, the whore, it's evil because it's all lies. It's a stage. The whole world is a stage, and has been deceiving you your entire life. Your whole life has been a lie, and until you can come to terms with that and admit it, and admit that you've been fooled, the Lord can't hand you that key to free you from that cell. To free you. Sorry. Wow. Anyhow, I really hope I plant a good seed that you have to acknowledge where you've been wrong. You have to acknowledge that you've been led by your ego and your arrogance and your pride. And you have to be able to not only recognize it, but also let it go. Because the Lord asked you to become like a small child. Now, what's a small child? A small child is able to start from scratch, is able to, they're malleable, is able to learn something, to actually not just memorize things, not just regurgitate things, but to actually know these things. So again, I hope this is helpful, that you are your worst enemy. You are in that cell. You make up that cell. And the Lord has that key to set you free. But you have to acknowledge that you are a prisoner and a slave to this system. So I love you, and God bless.